I should have had an earlier start on this. Undefeated is intended for audiences age 18 or older. This visual novel contains scenes that include intense graphic violence, flashing lights, substance abuse, and strong language. Reader discretion is advised. Or viewer discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. Anyway, so we had our fight. We had our second match with Bruce. Well, Xander had his second match with Bruce. And it went well, only for things to just go south. And what was to be, what was the dogs? What would have been the thought of, he came out pretty much okay. He didn't. Bruce got a bit too wild and shattered his ribs. So let's join back in. Back at the hospital ward. I spent the night in the med bay. The sleep was alright for the most part, and by the time I woke up, I was ready to get hooked up to their meds. So, some good news. No lung puncture, and only 2 ribs got damaged. Hooray. The problem is that the fractures aren't exactly clean. It'd be speedier to heal if it was a clean break. I guess that's what happens when a 300-pound man tries to collapse your ribcage. Overall, it could have been a lot worse. I'd say you got lucky. Drayden seems to catch my glare, wiping the smile from his face. Still, I never expected Bruce to do a dirty blow like that. He can get out of hand sometimes, but I never seen him try anything after the fight's already over. It doesn't surprise me. What do you mean by that? He's been an asshole this whole time. Aside from the whole nearly killing me in the ring, he came back after my first fight to make fun of me in medbay. And a few days later, I paused. I haven't really thought about what happened that day, but even just mentioning it managed to freeze me in my tracks. Alex? I shake myself back to Drayden. The heart monitor I'm hooked up to was going crazy. Are you alright? I'm fine. I'm fine. Drayden rolls his eyes. And your heart rate just spiked for the hell of it. I said I'm fine! Another attempt to sit up was met with stabbing pain up my body. I groaned and lay back. Oh. Well, we've got plenty of time to talk on it, seeing as you're stuck here all day. What's going on? Drayden sitting with one leg crossed over the other, clipboard propped up on his knee, pen in hand. It's quiet, aside from my monitor. A flash of that moment creeps down my spine, Bruce staring me down as the world watches in anticipation. It's nothing, really. Redline and I were eating lunch and a clamor outside the doors catches my attention. Drayden seems to notice it too as he turns towards the entrance to my room. Xander! Speak of the devil. Redline forces the door open, standing in the doorway. The door swings forward, slamming against the wall, and then back into Redline with the same force. Without skipping a beat, Redline pushes it open again, holding it firmly against the wall to keep it from flinging back again. Redline. What the hell was that? Dr. Drayden, this is Redline. Yeah. Hi. Thank you for busting into my patient's room unannounced. I assume security let you through? I don't think I've heard Drayden sound so unhappy. Redline turns to face him. I'm Xander's roommate. That's not what I asked. Redline stops for a moment, thinking, then turns to me. I was going to come last night, but security said your room was off limits. Again, not what I asked, but I'll assume the answer is yes. Redline, meet Dr. Drayden. Oh, yeah, we already met in passing. We talked a bit before the first time I was here. Ah, I remember that. I was trying to get to my patient's room, and you were just chatting up a storm. To see his behavior seems consistent with other people. Means I don't have to deal with it alone. Still, Drayden seems to have a kinder tone in his voice now. They seem to hit it off pretty well. Actually, talking to each other like it's no problem. Redline says something funny and Drayden laughs. I'm surprised you even remembered after all these months since we talked. But, I'm afraid you caught me and Alex in the middle of... Alex? They both stop for a beat. I can feel my stomach tighten. Yes, Alex. He gestures to me. That's Xander. They both look at each other and then to me. Ugh, I sit up. Yeah, Alexander Mason is my legal name. Drayden shifts around uncomfortably, looking down at his clipboard. Right, that's what I have here. Alexander Mason. You told me it was Xander, though. I hate this. Right, yeah. That's what I like to be called. Oh, why didn't you tell me? Oh, why didn't you tell me? I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Now that they know, it's all they're ever going to call me. They're both quiet for once. I guess they're waiting for an answer. I can't look at them. I didn't think it would matter. My name is Alex, so you call me Alex. I get it. Well, no, not when you want to be called Xander. Drayden scribbles some lines on his clipboard, then writes a bit more. You should have told me when we met, Xander. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what to say. That knot is still tugging at my chest, but I should be feeling relief. Sorry. Drayden smiles. Redline smiles too. But that seems to be his default mood. Nothing to apologize for. I think we're all good here then, Xander. But no more secrets from me, okay? I'm your doctor. I need to know these things. Right. Sure thing, doctor. And if you don't, I'll call up Redline. Oh, no. He'll tell me everything. I'll tell him all about your terrible sleeping habits. Bruh! Oh? I go to bed way before you do. Yeah, exactly. You never hang out with me and the boys. Terrible habits. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's got, like, look, at this point, I'm more or less considering Xander me. And I'm just going like, you know what? He's got me. Like, I can't beat that. But I'm just be like, sitting there next to Xander like, he's got you, man. It's nice. I don't laugh that often down here. They both laugh, and I find myself laughing too. It's nice. I don't laugh that often down here. Laughing has its consequences, though. The pain reminded me that my ribs did break just the night before. I think Drayden sees my reaction, judging from the uncomfortable look on his face. Redline stayed for a bit to chat, and Drayden had to leave for some other important doctor business, so they both left eventually. And Redline brought my phone down here, so I could at least watch some videos to pass the time when there was nothing on TV. Wish the network was better down here though. I'm barely scraping by one bar. That's my room. The day passed, enough for my ribs to make a recovery on the proper meds. I didn't mind the silence, especially when talking leaves my chest hurting. So, that's it? Oops. So, that's it? All cured? Well, yes, technically. Is there a catch? So, yes, sort of. Bones are weird, Xander. He takes a pause that's long enough to make me think that it was a full statement. I start to say something, but he continues. Especially with breaks like yours. It's hard to tell if it's completely fully healed. They might look clean on the x-ray, but there still could be fractures. So, it's still broken? So, I just need you to be careful, Xander. If you push yourself too far and your wounds aren't healed, they're going to open again, and you'll end up right back in that hospital bed. Not that I don't like having you around, of course, but I think we all want to see you up and fighting again. I'll see what I can do. I have no idea what my next fight is, so I can't really meter out how hard I need to be training for next time. Maybe Bucky can help with that. The last fight was only about a month after my first, and I've already wasted 2 days recovering. I need to get moving. Just do your best. Sure. And be careful. I don't want to see you back here again. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Right. It definitely feels weird walking now. Maybe I just never paid attention to it before, but my breathing feels different. Maybe I got used to whatever fucked up position my ribs were in these last few days and just forgot about it. Or maybe I got myself thinking too hard on what breathing even feels like now that I can't stop feeling it. Breathing, blinking. I even start to become aware of my clothes making contact with my skin. Ugh, feels weird. Shake it off. Shake it off. Just want to get some lunch in me and get back to training. It's been a few days, but I'm still feeling a little raw from how that fight ended up. I had him. I could feel it. It wasn't as humiliating as a knockout, but at the same time, having to submit twice was just salt in the wound. Wouldn't have been as bad if he didn't try to kill me after I already submitted. God, just thinking about that gets me angry. I need to take this out on a punching bag or something. It still hurts to breathe a bit. Maybe I need to slow down. First things first. Lunch. Ugh. At Redline with his gaggle of friends. I don't want to answer all the questions I'm sure they'll have. My chest already hurts from breathing. I can't imagine what talking that much will do. Stomach rumbling. I should shut my brain off and wait until my body carries me to the cafeteria. There we go. I see Redline in his usual spot with his friends. The hyena is sitting upright, looking like he wants to say something, his tail going crazy. Every time he speaks up, someone says something louder, and his voice peters out, waiting for his turn to talk. Oh, hey, dude! Redline unloads all that pent-up talk energy onto me, but I tune it out. Something about someone's famous sibling getting arrested? Whatever. The rest of them continue to laugh and chat as I eat. At some point, the conversation transitions to old websites they used when they were younger. Oh, Gaia Online? Gaia Online? Neopets? I think Neopets is still a thing. What else? What else was there? GameTrailers.com, may it rest in peace. Forums and video sites. Eventually, an argument breaks out over which digital pet raising website was superior. I only know of, well, there was also Adventure Quest and RuneScape. One of the guys turns to me. Oh, right, Alex. I almost forgot. It's Xander. They all sort of go quiet and look at Redline for a second. Okay. So, what's up with Bruce? I'm only halfway done with my food, so running away from this question isn't really an option. What do you mean? Why do you keep challenging him? Another one chimes in. Yeah, did he, steal your girl or something? What? They all laugh at that while I just pick at my food. We already talked about this last matchmaking day. I figured Redline would have blabbed more about it to you all already. It got me in some fucked up contract. So I have to keep fighting him. If anyone else wants to take my place, they're welcome to. I don't think they'd let you, though. They all stopped talking now, laser focused on me. The lack of attention was nice while it lasted. But, all the promo material, and the commentators too, dude. Everyone's saying that you're the one challenging Bruce. I don't really know what to say to that. I guess it connects with what Bruce was saying at the weigh-in. I'm sure I can make you stop talking real quick, kid. You must think you're cute challenging me again. Challenging you? They assigned me to... Yeah. Keep running your mouth. Just don't say anything stupid. One of the guys has pulled out his phone. Dude, check out Headkick. Headkick is an online forum for fight fans. I checked my phone too, swiping away to missed calls from Dad and typing into a web address. Sure enough, front page, there's a video of my fight on there. Maybe don't read the comments, dude. You know how nasty some people can get. I'm a YouTuber, I know. He's right. That's not going to stop me. How is this legal, LMAO? Alex must have some serious problems going in on his life if he's issuing these challenges. I'll be praying for him. I mean, true. But shut the fuck up. Bruce's armbar was already deadly. I'm surprised he respected the tap. It's probably not a good look to take some kid's arm long. Why is Bruce even taking the fights? Easy win, easy money. Yeah, if I had a payout as huge as Bruce's, I'd take wins as often as I can. Let the dumbass keep challenging him. These fights are goated, though. Wow, we're using goated. I know, right? People are actually bitching. Just enjoy the fight. I fought a guy Bruce's size in my Taekwondo class the other day and won. I don't know why Alex is... Oh, here it comes. I don't know why Alex is losing. I can feel my mood drain as I read the comments. They're just as clueless as to why this is happening to me. But they have a little more bloodlust. Scrolling down a little further, the violent comments get more intense. Anything good? No. Well, some. Mostly delusional. Listen to this. Lol, same. I once had to fight off two guys like Bruce, and I just kept getting back up until they stopped. These new fighters are pussies. Why issue a challenge when you can't back it up? Redline rolled his eyes at that. Yeah, time to log off. They don't know what they're talking about. He's probably right. No good is going to come from reading more. But my eyes keep scanning for comments of support. A few people cheer me on. A few saying that I need to sue the company. One even saying that Fang is exploiting its workers' safety for profit and needs to be investigated. Wow. That one has a lot of downvotes and a lot of replies. I'll steer clear of reading those. A lot of bloodthirsty creeps on here. Like, way more than I remember there being. I guess it makes sense. I mean, that's why some fighters start in the first place, right? Ever since they regulated the hell out of football and rugby way back when, MMA was the only sport left for people that want this kind of aggression. I don't know much about MMA, besides the fact that they got that one guy that keeps popping up on TV that not many people like fighting in it. So someone's gonna have to clue me in on the popularity of MMA and like rules, because the only thing I know is that like MMA is like you use whatever style you can. Like you use whatever style you got. The only difference, and it's like some rules in there, right? That's how MMA is. So I guess I would say it's kind of like Virtua Fighter, minus the health bars and whatnot. Virtua Fighter is the only thing I can think of because that's the only one that is. Virtua Fighter and Dead or Alive are pretty much the only ones that have any close to realism without being the actual sport. And it's the only thing I'm familiar with that comes close. Or pro wrestling, I guess. My dad always hated watching that stuff. I remember my dad talking about watching football with Grandpa back when he was a kid. Something about having to carry a ball from one end to the field. Was it even shaped like a ball? What? Xander, somebody has been spying on my life because I have the same thoughts of football. Every player was huge, jacked, and they just kept crashing into each other at high speeds. My dad mentioned that he wanted us kids to play when he got old enough. But by the time he got married, they already started implementing stricter safety stuff. Oh, wrong character. My dad mentioned that he wanted us as kids to play it when we got old enough. But by the time he got married, they already started implementing stricter safety stuff. I mean, yeah. Because they found out about the whole concussion thing. And player safety. I read a bit into it, though. Those guys took a lot of damage to the skull. Can you believe they had kids younger than us playing that? It sounds really dangerous. But Dad said it was really popular. He also said that the government went on to make it a pussy sport, whatever that means. So he never bothered showing me how to play. Ooh. I think that's where we did. I think that's the only thing where me and Xander differ. To a degree. Not that I minded. He showed me an old game once. It just looked boring. Nobody made any progress for like half an hour. Yeah, apparently a lot of people protested when new policies came into effect. Guess all the angry people got bored of that quick and went to watching MMA. Sounds like it. My grandpa and dad got all of us kids into karate instead, so I guess he got something out of it. Now that part didn't happen. Redline keeps talking about his family history. I ignore it and keep scrolling down the article on Headkick. More comments. Oh no. Why is he challenging him? What's his deal, Lol? Alex, dude, please stop fighting Bruce. Lol, it's hard to watch. This is annoying. I've got to set the record straight. I tap the comment box and get to work. No! Oh no! I don't know where this narrative is coming from. I didn't challenge Bruce. That cool with you, Xander? I'd gotten so into the comments section that I hadn't been listening to the rest of the conversation. The guys and I were going to head up to our room and play some games. You should come. That room is barely big enough to fit myself and Redline. I don't know if I'm too keen of having 5 other guys crowding around in there. Hey, you work with what you got when it comes to gaming. I think I'll pass. I need to get to working out. Redline frowned at that. I thought Drayden said you should be taking it easy. I am. Just some light stuff to get back into. I don't need Redline telling me what to do. He lets out a little whine, but ends up smiling. If you say so. Need a spotter? Nope. That's the right answer, because you're only going to do light stuff. That would have been my answer regardless, but I'm glad I passed his little pop quiz. Redline's gang heads out while I take my tray to the collection area. Cafeteria is kind of emptying out at this point. I don't know what time it is. I pull out my phone and it seems I accidentally posted my comment. Must have bumped in my pocket somewhere. There's a lot of replies. I feel my stomach churning slowly. That anxiety rising up. Maybe I shouldn't have said something publicly about my contract. Shit, yeah. When I put it like that, obviously, I can't find the delete button fast enough. With the tap of a few buttons, the comment is gone. The replies are still piling up. Can't seem to delete those. I'm just gonna shut off my phone and get to work. Gotta get out of the cafeteria, hurry past Redline's friends. I don't want to get caught up trying to get my gym clothes with everyone else in the room. New clothes. Nothing more refreshing than a fresh change, even if these are about to get soaked in sweat. My last clean pair, too. I'll have to find some time to peel away from others and get a load or 2 done. Okay, had to take a break. My last clean pair, too. I'll have to find time to peel away from the others and get a load or 2 done. The machines are usually more free in the evening, so I'll head down later tonight. 4 washing machines for this whole floor, but only 3 of them work. Kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that is. Whatever, I need to get back on track. My legs have been aching that whole time in medbay. Good of a time as any to get them moving. A few deep stretches and I hop on the treadmill. Started up slow and popped the earbuds in and... bliss. No Redline, no Bruce, just me and my music. Feels a lot like when I got my own place all those years back. The apartment complex had some semblance of a workout room in their basement. It was old and honestly kind of creepy, so nobody really went down there. Thank God, too. There were only 2 treadmills and a little dumbbell rack with half the weights missing. Yeah. I couldn't really afford MMA classes and a gym membership at the same time, so I had to take advantage of whatever they provided. Plus, with school and work, I had my schedule full up anyways. Just me and my treadmill and my music. God, I still had that old MP3 player. I wonder if that's still kicking around somewhere. Ended up dropping out so I could take more hours at work. I still studied to get my GED, so at least I got that done right. Okay, we split there. I graduated. Okay. Finally saved up for a proper smartphone. Work was down the street from home, and the gym was the same distance in the opposite direction. so I didn't really need a car to sink money into. Living in the bad part of town has its perks, I suppose. The apartment was cheap, even if it was held together with toothpicks and duct tape. Being down here doesn't seem too bad, all things considered. Though my apartment did at least get hot water regularly, and I had less battle damage back then. I opened my eyes to adjust the treadmill a bit, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Bruce and his gaggle of friends off in the corner. Ugh, just don't make eye contact with me. He turns around and our eyes meet. God damn it. Bruce doesn't seem fazed though, just moving to the bench press to spot one of the other big guys. He must have it easy. No one's trying to fuck with him. Oh, I bet no one would even bother him on the streets. I bet if I looked like that, I'd have a much easier time. Doubt anyone would ever even want to get near me. Okay, maybe he is a little bit scary. My neighbors back home wouldn't even look at me if that were the case. Miss Oliver next door always needed help getting her holiday decorations moved in and out of storage. Like 4 times a year. I remember her knocking on my door like a week after I moved in, asking if I could help her move some crates. If I looked like Bruce, she probably would have steered clear. Don't know if anyone else on our floor even gave her the time of day. I hope she's doing okay. I remember she baked me some cookies as thanks, but I had to turn them down, diet and all that. She kept trying different healthy alternatives after that whenever I came by to help out. I guess it wasn't all bad up there, even if I was broke as hell. Dang, that sounds good. Dang, that wasn't a bad life. Rather be broke than living with mom and dad. The phone calls stopped my music, so I can't just ignore it. I learned from my last mistake, and look who's calling me before yelling at them. Unknown number. Better than the alternative. I suppose maybe Drayden calling to remind me of something? I accept the call. Hello? A familiar squeaky voice chimes over the phone. Alex, I apologize for interrupting your time on the treadmill. Oh my god! How do they know? But I need you to please report to the commissioner's office immediately. It's going to be about that post he made. Okay. Should I change or... The call disconnects. He didn't even tell me where the office is. Maybe this is a chance to talk about my contract. Did Drayden finally get in touch? Or maybe Bucky reached out. I step off the treadmill, wrapping my earbuds up and shoving them in my pocket. Bruce is still with his buds, laughing as one of them is struggling to lift the barbell. Gotta ignore that and head out. Fresh out of the gym and the lack of sweat in the air it's just as refreshing as always. 2 large men in suits stand on either side of the door. Was new though. Alex? Ugh. Yeah. Follow us. I guess that solves how I'm going to find the commissioner's office. They start moving without waiting for a response, and I follow. These men, I assume, are the commissioner's bodyguards. And they certainly look the role, though the sunglasses are probably unnecessary on the ground, even if it does add to the look. On the left is an elephant, on the right is a rhino, both about as big as Bruce, dressed up in some business suits that probably cost more than I make in a decade. Silent, too. Fine by me. But it is getting weird from anyone walking down the hall, seeing me surrounded by these two. They take me down towards the immersion chamber and then through the corridors leading to the arena. Or at least that's what I was thinking, with the rhino leading the way and the elephant behind. We took a much shorter path and a much more ornate looking door. The rhino raps against it. Then both of them move to either side of the door, returning to their post, I suppose. After a second, the door opens inward. It's pretty dark inside as I move in anyway. There, behind his desk, stands the commissioner, I think. The door slams shut behind me, enveloping us in darkness. Only light coming in from the giant glass window looking out over the arena. He stands there silent for a moment, turned away from me with his hands behind his back. It's almost too quiet in here. I can hear myself breathing. Hello, Alex. The tension cuts cleft down the middle. That deep timbre shakes my core enough to make me take a sharp breath and straighten up. I wait for a moment. The silence is lingering before realizing he's waiting for me to speak. My throat runs dry. I swallow and try again. Hello, Commissioner? Correct. I was hoping I could talk to you about the matchmaking It is my understanding that you have broken your contract. What? Earlier today you made a comment on an online forum. My blood runs cold. That was... In said comment, you revealed details of your Fang contract, which is to remain confidential to those outside the league. There's another pause. Is this correct? He won't even turn to look at me. My breathing gets heavy. I said that I wasn't trying to challenge Bruce. I didn't mean... That's all I needed to hear. I deleted the comment right after. He continues as if I didn't say anything. Surely you understand the stir that this has caused within the community of fans Fang has acquired. Not to mention the sponsorships funding the league. But if I just... Questions going unanswered, rumors spreading. It's not the type of reputation we try to garner here. Thankfully, the problem has been handled. Our PR team is taking care of everything. As you are fully aware, revealing confidential information outside of the league is considered a breach of contract as grounds for termination, along with its associated fines. But, in lieu of your current circumstances, this breach will be overlooked, so long as you continue performing your obligations. I finally catch a bit of breath to take my turn. My current circumstances, that's what I wanted to talk about. He holds his hand up as if to silence me. His voice is louder and more firm this time. Your job is to fight the matches that are given to you. If you are refusing to fight, that too is grounds for termination. I try to speak, but he continues. I suggest you keep your chin down and continue your training. If you are unable to do that, then I am unsure if you are fit to continue in the Fang League. If this sort of slip-up happens again, there will be consequences. And we'd hate for you to lose this opportunity at Fang. He turns his head... Oh, I thought he was a bear. He turns his head, one eye leering at me. Am I understood, Alex? I straighten up, my breath catches itself in my throat. His paralyzing gaze holds me in place until his business is finished. Yes. We both turn our eyes away at the same time. He returns to surveying his arena. I look forward to watching your next match. As if on cue, the doors open behind me and the bodyguards are present once again. They lead me back the way we came, in the same formation, though through the twisting tunnels that form the underbelly of the league. The rhino opens the final door, and the elephant forces me through into the hallway. I turn to look at them, but the door has already been slammed shut. A lock clicks from behind it. So, that's it. It's been buzzing in my mind, through my body and under my skin this whole walk-up. That was my one chance to fix things. To fix anything. To try anything. I need to go. I need to go do something. My legs move on their own in the hallway past some strangers down to some of the gyms. I need to do anything. There has to be something I can do. Is there anything I can do? I move up onto the treadmill, my mind racing as it crawls to a start. There has to be something. I can't just be trapped down here. Quitting is always an option. I can always quit, like Bucky said. I can always quit. Keeps ringing in my head, a cacophony of a voice that doesn't know what it's talking about. I can't quit. I can't just pussy out. What will everyone think? I'll be in debt for the rest of my life. No one topside is going to respect me. I can't. Xander? My eyes laser focus on Redline. He's here too. Cool. Awesome. Great. He has no fucking clue what I have to go through. I was gonna come check on you, but you weren't here. You doing okay? Great. Great? I nod. He just sort of stands there. Did something happen? Don't want to fucking deal with him. I turned off the treadmill and stumbled down off it, brushing past Redline to the other equipment. I need to force this frustration out. Bruce's friend was using this bench press earlier. Fuck it. I just need to do something. I need to do something! Just keep my chin down and focus on my training. That's what I need to do. Xander! There's enough weight on this barbell for me. This is fine. I already laid down. Might as well do something with it. I grip the barbell open with my eyes. And open my eyes. Redline's standing there right above me. Need a spotter? Sure. Fine. My arms lift the barbell off its perch. This is nothing. I can do this. I can do anything, right? That's why I came down here. That's what people have been telling me since day fucking one. I feel like I'm hallucinating. None of this is real. None of this is happening. I can't beat Bruce. I can't quit. I can't talk to the commissioner. I can't talk to anyone. I can't get my fucking mind straight. Zed, I'm fine, Redline! Just keep lifting those weights. Just keep pushing. Just keep fighting. Just keep your mouth shut and your chin down and your nose where it belongs, and maybe you'll get to the next day. And you'll do it all over again. Xander, do you... I can't fucking think down here. Everything's too goddamn loud. The only bit of silence I got with the commissioner, and he went ahead and ruined that too. I just gotta keep moving the barbell. Just keep forcing it to move. My arms are shaking. That doesn't matter. I have to keep going. My blood is boiling, scorching right through my skin. Everything hurts. Just need to shut up so I can do whatever I need to do. I need to... Hey, Zan, maybe you... Red, can you shut the... God! The searing pain cracks like a lightning bolt, splitting down my side, all the way through my waist. My hands let go of the barbell. Shit! The barbell stopped an inch from my face, my hands cradling the space on my chest where the pain started. Redline sets the barbell back on its perch. Xander, what's happening? I sit up awkwardly. Everything hurts. Hospital. Hospital? Drayden. Redline stammers for a second while I wheeze before grabbing my arm and yanking it toward the door. I cry out in pain. Shit. Hang on, bud. I gotcha. Anyone know how to keep the pain off? He calls out to the open gym. Everyone working out just sort of looks around, waiting for someone else to answer. After a beat of silence, Redline crouches down, gripping my legs and lifting me back onto his back. I probably look like an idiot right now, getting a piggyback ride from someone of my own size. Whatever. Just need to... something. I don't know. It hurts too fucking much. We start moving a little too fast down the hall. Each sprinting step Redline takes jostles my body, pushing harder into that sore spot at my side. I don't say anything. Just pray he gets me to the med bay soon. I close my eyes and wait, sucking in air. Redline says something I can't decipher. Words of encouragement, I suppose. Soon enough, I'm through the front door of the med bay. Redline carries me off to some room. He deposits me as carefully as he can in the bed, then sprints out the room again. The doors open, and a familiar voice instructs Redline to leave. He waits a beat before his footsteps disappear. I slowly turn my head to greet the doctor. Hey, Doc. Drayden's standing over me. He looks mad. He sits me up and hands me a pill. Swallow. I do it. It goes down dry. It hurts. Everything hurts. Xander. Our gazes meet. Don't look at me like that. Please stop looking at me like that. I don't need your pity. I don't need this. His eyes soften. What happens, Xander? I don't know what happens or why, but I can't stop myself. Tears well at the corner of my eyes. I try to speak, say anything, but a sob comes out. Don't look at me. I don't need this. I don't deserve this pill. I don't deserve another fight. Please stop looking at me. My eyes close so I don't have to see him. I'm not sure if the effects of the painkiller or my body giving up on me. I slump forward, pain striking as I nearly collapse. Please stop looking at me, Drayden. Take your pill back. Take me back to the gym. I want to scream it. I need to feel the pain in my chest. I need to hurt. His hand slides up and down my back gently. The tears keep pouring out, staining my fur and hands again. Like a friend long forgotten knocking on my door. I forgot how good this feels. The salt stinging my eyes. Maybe that's the opioids talking. Judging by the pain fading in my chest, it probably is. My sobs get more pathetic after a few seconds. Only for a moment in our solitude, I let out the weight of my world that I've been dragging. I'm sorry! I muther the words through my tears. Drayden stays silent, pulling my head against his chest. His body is so warm and soft, and now I'm getting it wet with my own stupid tears. We stay for a few moments, waiting until my tears sputter to a stop, save for some sniffling. Drayden sets a box of tissues on my lap, with a few used ones strewn to the side of the bed. How about you get some rest? We'll talk later. Don't leave. Sure. Please don't leave. He moves to the door. We're here if you need anything, Xander. Just press that button on your bed and we'll be at your side. I need you here. Please don't leave me alone. Got it. Thanks. Drayden flicks the light switch and exits, closing the door behind him. I usually try to avoid taking naps unless I absolutely need one. Never really had much time for nap anyways. Not only that, but my body just refuses to sleep in short bursts. It's all or nothing. So when Drayden left me yesterday, I cried myself to sleep. I stayed asleep until midnight or so. Extremely inefficient for my workout schedule. I'm almost jealous of cats. Those guys can pass out and wake up on a whim. Light on their feet, too, for the most part. Very unfair that I can't do that. After a sleep-filled day and a sleepless night, I'm completely exhausted. I want to keep going for this part because I need to get out of the emotional part. The late-night television down here isn't any different from what it was topside. Shitty sitcoms with garbage plots. Though the opioids Drayden gave me made them feel a little more funny than they had any right being. And it gave me something to focus on besides the 24 unread text from Redline. Every other notification from him was some sort of apology before I swiped it away. Just one more thing I need to apologize for. Maybe I should take a look through them now that it's daytime. The door opens and I click my phone off, placing it face down on my blanket. Good morning, Xander. Drayden spoke flatly as he entered, taking a seat next to the bed. I heard the sing-songy cadence of his good morning enough times to know that this was different. Good morning, Doctor. How are you feeling? Still not sure how to answer that. Better. The pain has died down a lot. He writes something down on his clipboard. He's a lot less smiley today. Typically, he would have responded with some lame joke. That's good. There's a brief pause as he finishes writing and looks up at me. I've spoken to Redline. Oh no. What happened to doctor-patient confidentiality? Drayden rolls his eyes and sighs. That only covers your condition, Xander. I'm well within my rights to ask about the events leading up to the incident. From my understanding, it seems you injured yourself working out. Is this true? I guess I pushed myself a little too far. I explicitly told you to take it easy. He's not smiling. He's mad at me. I know. You said you were going to take it slow. I know. I don't want to make eye contact with him anymore. His eyes are always there when I look back. Drayden lets out a sigh and clips the pins at the top of the clipboard. Well, if you're feeling better, we can let you go. I've spoken to Bucky, too. Oh, no. For the next week, you are forbidden from doing any sort of exercise without explicit permission from myself and your coach. We've got coaches and cameras that are going to make sure you don't get yourself into any trouble. Yeah, they got cameras on everything! The pit in my stomach grows. But, Doctor, I need to... What you need is rest, Xander. You've been hurt, Xander, and you've taken a serious injury. You can't just get up and start moving again like it didn't happen. What if I don't keep moving? I can't... I feel a twinge in the back of my head. Reminder of my encounter with the commissioner. Give it a week and make sure that bone is good and strong. Then you're free to do whatever it is you need to do. But right now, you have to listen to me. Do you understand? Sure. Yes, Doctor. He sighs and fidgets with his clipboard. Xander, don't listen. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. I don't like having to get stern with you, but it's the only way we can get you to heal. So what? Do I just dick around all week? You're free to do whatever you like, but it might be a good idea to maybe, I don't know. He sits up and holds his pen to his clipboard. Maybe talk about what's been going on. I look away. I could always sneak into the gym at night. I don't really want to call his bluff on how hard I'm getting policed for the next week. I also don't know what else I'm supposed to do. What else is there to do if I can't prepare for my next fight? Oh my god. Oh god. Let's get this one out the way. What's the point in fighting if I can't get my body fully healed? I won't get close to the level I need to be before the next fight. And if I can't do that, I'll end up getting hurt again and get sent back here and... Xander? I look up. Drayden looks a little more concerned than before. You spaced out. Yeah. Well, I already passed the point of choice, so... Yeah. He smiles. You've been doing that a lot from what I can see. I sigh and Drayden readjusts himself on the chair. What's going on, Xander? Fine. Everything's been bad since I got down here. I thought things were going to be easier. I thought once I got into the league, it would be like it was topside, but with less worry. I could just trade and fight. No more dead-end job, no more money troubles, no more of my shitty apartment, no more... Just then, my phone buzzes violently in my pocket. I peek at the screen. No more of these stupid fucking calls! I toss the phone next to me onto the bed. Who's calling you? My dad. It's been a while since you've seen your family. Judging from your reaction just now, something tells me you don't want to. Can I ask why you don't pick up? That's a bit of a heavy subject. Maybe I can help you carry it? I glare at him. He clicks his pen and smiles at me. You're not gonna make me do some weird psycho-hypnosis bullshit, are you? He pauses for a moment. I don't like how long it lasts. Not unless it's necessary. That was a joke. Drayden clears his throat. So, your father. Maybe this was a mistake. I close my eyes as I speak. Dad was an asshole. I mean, he wasn't always bad. I remember growing up, he would take me out to ball games and fights. But none of that gay pro wrestling shit. But none of that, gay... We only ever went to watch MMA fights. And we would stream Fang fights back when he could get me to watch them with him. That sounds like fun. Did you enjoy it? I did. I think I did. I hear the cat write something down. Feels like I'm giving him too much information. Did something happen to change that? My dad, lost his job back when I was just getting into high school. I had to pick your father up from the police station. He got into a fight with a coworker. They fired you over that? Good riddance. People like that should just keep it in the bedroom. And he just sort of sat around the house ever since. Complained a lot. Drank a lot more. How old are you, Xander? 24. He scribbles something down. That must have been hard on your family. I shrug. Mom supported us, and with Dad on unemployment, we went from only sort of broke to pretty broke. So money was tight from the start. Yeah, wait. So money was tight from the start. Yeah, I mean, they always did their best, I think. I got a nice present or two for Christmas, and they paid for my boxing classes. Well, Dad used to. Said it was going to make me into a real man. Drayden snorted a snickers at that. Do you think it worked? Probably, not in the way they want it. Did you like boxing, Xander? I did. I mean, I still do. But MMA just feels more natural to me. I'm a lot more flexible now than I was when I was younger. I can wrestle a lot better too. And it made me braver and... I don't want you near that coach anymore. You're doing MMA now. Dad never did like my boxing coach. Why not? They had their differences. Your father just wants what's best for you. You're going to be fighting with real men. You're going to be fighting with real men. None of those queers in that other gym. If my son ended up like him, I'd shoot him on the spot. Oh, God. Yeah, this is where we differ, man. This is where we differ, and it's for a good reason. I knew I should have played this last month. The guys at Dad's new gym were intense. They were a lot harder than my friends in boxing. Get any knockouts? No, they hit me too hard, Dad. Just like every class. I don't feel good. Don't be such a pussy! It builds character! When I was a kid, you get your ass beat for even looking at a guy wrong. But it's fine. I turned 16, and I got a job and moved out. Drayden goes quiet for a second, and I open my eyes to see him holding a tissue. I hadn't realized the tears rolling down my face. I feel like we skipped over a bit of that. Why did you move out? Alex, your father and I found your phone. We saw some interesting things. Did you send these messages? Did you send these messages? What the fuck were you thinking? I can't do this. Stop. You see the way she's crying? This is your fault. I didn't. You're gonna get the fuck out of my house. Kenneth, please, at least let him get the fuck out, Alex. Xander? I open my eyes. Drayden's holding the box of tissues out to me. Breathe. I'm crying harder than I thought. The doctor places a paw on my shoulder, holding me tenderly. I take the box and set it on the bed next to me. My breathing steadies after a moment. I snatch the tissue and blow my nose, crumpling it and dropping it next to the box. When I was 16, I moved out. Mom found out I was gay and told Dad. Xander, I was planning on leaving anyway. It's fine. I'm fine. Are you? Yeah. I sniffle and wipe my eyes with another tissue. Drayden makes a disapproving sound. I just didn't have anything planned out yet. I didn't have a lot of friends to go to, so... Alex, what are you doing here? Can I stay with you? Of course. It's been a while. What's going on? I'm so sorry, Xander. Where did you end up staying? My old boxing coach, Vinny. He gave me a place to crash while I figured things out. The one your father didn't like? Yeah. I crumple up my tissue. What kind of messages did they find? Just asking Vinny about gay stuff. How to know if I was gay. What should I even be doing? I don't know. I didn't know anything. I was scared, and Vinny was the only adult I knew that had any information about any of that. I shouldn't have been sending those messages in the first place. It was a stupid idea. I know my parents would have reacted. I know how my parents would have reacted. Does that give them justification for kicking you out? They didn't kick me out. I chose to move out. They didn't give you a choice. So I moved out on my own. And you're just okay with that. No! I don't know what I did was what I did wrong. They raised me right. They loved me when I was a kid. Why did that change? The tears follow the stream. They form down my cheeks. I wanted to fix myself. I wanted to stop. I wanted to be better for them. Xander, do you think you could do anything that would make them happy? I shake my head. I don't know. Do you mind if I make some assumptions? My heavy breathing slows a bit before I shake my head. Drayden continues, his eyes narrowing. You never could be good enough for them, no matter what you did, or what you changed about yourself. It would never be enough. Ooh, that one hits. Please stop. My head drops. I bent forward, holding myself up as I sob into my hands. Giving up boxing and becoming straight? That might have made them happy, but that's not you. Nothing you do will ever be good enough for them. And if they can't bring themselves to be happy with you, that's their own fault. You're so young, Xander. You have so much of your life ahead of you, and it's time you start doing things for your own happiness. You need to consider what's going to make you happy. It takes a moment for me to catch my breath. He's right. I know he's right. I need him to be right. Otherwise, all this anger I've let sit inside me for years will have been for nothing. I mean, for starters, I'd like to stop fighting Bruce. That'd make me pretty fucking stoked. The words feel like acid spilling out of my mouth, but Drayden laughs anyway. I mean, outside of all this, clearly it's still hurting you. I don't know. I thought moving out would fix it. I thought it did fix it. But you're still afraid whenever he calls. Yeah. Why haven't you blocked his number yet? Phones can do that these days. I don't know. Oh, God. Do you think you'll ever answer the call? I don't know. I'm sorry. He only smiles at me. I don't want you apologizing to me like that, Xander. You haven't done anything wrong. I shake my head. It feels heavy. Yesterday I got mad at Redline. He mentioned that. Says he doesn't know why, though. Are you comfortable sharing? The commissioner called me in earlier before that. I thought we were going to talk about the contract or the fights. He just yelled at me about a comment I made on Headkick. Drayden starts to ask a question, but I answer it for him. It's a social media site for us exercise types. He smiles and scribbles down something. I was just trying to clarify something, but it kind of blew up, and I guess it broke my contract. I wanted to get my fights figured out, but I can't keep fighting Bruce. But the commissioner, he's just didn't listen. He just shut me down. I was trying to defend myself. I'm just trying to stay alive down here. Feels like my body is forcing more tears out at this point. I just let them trail down my face. I lost it. I don't remember anything after that. I don't know. Sometimes I get mad and I don't know what to do. Feels like I'm carrying an extra 100 pounds underwater. I can't feel things. My body just drags itself around and I lose control. Drayden writes something down, then looks back up at me. Does this sort of thing happen often? Wrong character. God, I am in it. Oh. Water. This is where we definitely have differences, but I do feel where he's coming from, though. Does this sort of thing happen often, Xander? I guess so. Happens a lot more often when I lived with my parents. And since you came down here? Yeah, it did. In the cafeteria, Bruce shoved me, and I just sort of spaced out. And Redline in the gym, when he dropped me and all the other guys saw, why do you think this happens? Where you lock up and can't feel things. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and says it has something to do with my parents. Drayden giggles. I'm not gonna say that's not the reason, but I think there's more to the core issue. Sure, they might have contributed to the cause, but removing them isn't the whole cure. Even if a wound heals, lasting effects may endure. A person with a broken leg may suffer mobility issues for the rest of their life. So, because of things I had no control over, I'm fucked for life. I'd rather we put a positive spin on things. Try seeing it as a chance to modify your behavior in certain circumstances. If someone's shoulder is damaged, they may have limited range of motion for a time. Sure, it might suck a lot, but they can learn their limits and control what they are able to do. So if you find yourself in a position where you feel one of these episodes coming on, we can try grounding yourself. I hope it doesn't happen, but if you find yourself getting frustrated, I want you to just touch something. Anything physical. Anything that can remind you that you're still here. Grounding can help you realign with reality. Focus on something in your present moment. Focusing on something in your present moment can help turn your attention away from these intense negative emotions. Of course, we won't be ignoring them or pretending like they don't exist. But if you can control your mood, you can control your actions easier. And I want you to focus on your breathing. In and out. Very slowly. He gives an example of how I'm meant to breathe, and I mirror it. I'm still a little worked up from earlier, so my breaths are a bit shaky. In and out. In and out. You're just a person breathing. That's all you need to be. You're exactly who you're meant to be. You're doing the best you can. A few moments of breathing after a while, the shakiness subsides. I have control over my breathing and my heart rate has died down. How do you feel, Xander? His voice gently peels away the silence. I feel better. Good. I want to thank you for sharing all this with me. I imagine it's not easy to think back on these memories. I try to ignore them. But it's important to learn from them. They're affecting your behavior. And it's much easier to make a positive change to your behavior if we're able to take a look at what may have caused them. Guess that makes sense. Wonderful. I think now's a good time to call it for today. And I've got another meeting in a bit. Before you leave, is there anything I can do for you? There's a lot that I want, but nothing that he can do about it. Feels good to finally have that off my chest, though. I don't think I've shared that with anyone besides Vinny. And why should I? No one should have to deal with that. And I don't want people treating me different because of it. Still, Drayden doesn't seem to be talking down to me. I don't think there is. What do I do now? Like, right now? You could get some food or read a book or maybe... No, I mean, like, what do I do if he calls again? I'm not entirely sure. What do you want to do? I'm still not sure either. Sorry. He shakes his head and stands up, moving closer to me. Drayden starts picking up the tissues I balled up and dropped on the mattress. I told you before, you don't need to apologize for things like that. These things can be complicated. All we can do is try to piece things together. But I always think it's easier with a little help. Don't you agree? Yeah, I guess you might be right. I'll take that as a win for me. The two of us chuckle as we finish cleaning up. Drayden makes his way to the office and sees me off to the exit of the med bay. I feel weird, a little heavy, but lighter at the same time. My chest doesn't hurt a whole lot, though, which is weird considering how much crying I just did. I hope the tears didn't mark up my fur too much. How else am I supposed to occupy my time? Okay, we gotta save. God, that was... God, I'm in actual tears. I'm kind of choking up here. Oh, yeah, that's where we differ. For the most part, because I'm still in the closet. I'm still in the closet as things go. And oh, oh yeah, just like my reasons for being that way is more or less the same as his. So I feel that. Like, I feel that a lot. Just saying. There's a lot I want to say. I should have did this back in June during Pride Month. I don't even remember which one I did. Oh, I remember what I did. I mean, that one was good. Not to, not to say that trivia about you was any less, but man, this one does hit home, and I'm just like, God, that one hurts a lot. Like that bit there just went like. Huh. The funny thing is I remember watching someone stream of this very part, essentially this very section. At that point, it didn't hit me as hard because probably because I was like half in, half out with it. And it's a huge difference between yeah, like and I would encourage you guys to like just read this yourself if you want. Read this for yourself if you want. Or heck, just read it. Read and play any visual novel / game for yourself because the experience is far different. The experience is far different than watching somebody play it or listening to it in the background. Like when you start taking it in for like on a personal level, that's when it hits different. That's when you actually start to know because with like I could watch a playthrough and get a much different feeling where it's just like, oh, I don't care. And it kind of it tends to fall into the lines of I don't really care. And then when you actually do it, like get to it yourself, it's a far different feeling than whatever you experienced. Oh God, yeah, just Xander like going through that though. Oh my God. Hmm. I need to stop this video because I gotta edit this and there's a lot and considering where all the swears are. Oh, God. Oh. All right. I'm gonna go. We definitely need to take a break here. I wanted to get this done because I did know this emotional part was coming. I just and I didn't want to do this on Sun. I didn't want to do this on the next day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.